Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fun Friday. Woo! Okay, I'm very excited to be here today because, as you probably know, that Me First is back with a new season, and here we are with our first Me First morning's Fun Friday episode since we restarted, and I'm doing this full force in May. I'm going to be here with you, and we are just going to rock it out together. We are going to practice putting ourselves first. We are going to practice emotional regulation. We are going to practice picking GPS words. We are going to practice this stuff together. And I am so especially excited today because we have a special guest, none other than my bestie, Linda Krauss Barnett. Woo! She's sitting in the waiting room right now. And we're going to talk about how the Me First method has directly impacted our own transformation. And of course, because it's Fun Friday, we're going to do some card pulls. And this should be fun. For those of you who have not met me yet, or you're new to the show, my name is Patricia Ribeiro Wolfson, and I am a life strategist and energy practitioner. And I want to amplify love and hope in the world by talking about my own struggles. Talking about my own struggles and sharing the Me First method, which is a strategy for building resilience, starting over after loss or big change, and getting crystal clear on your own wants and needs. And I've been doing this with my clients and with friends, as you will hear, for over 10 years. And I use it personally to navigate my own life after losing my husband to cancer, parenting three teenage boys, all the while going through perimenopause, which, if you know, you know. Okay. So aside from topics on motivation and inspiration, I talk about oracle cards, energy healing, and ADHD because that's what I deal with. So I want to get right to it because I want to bring Linda on. So what we are going to do together is we're going to have our morning process, our little routine. We're going to take some deep breaths. We're going to set intentions, call in for spiritual support. And then I'm going to bring on Linda and we're going to have a little fun with cards. So let's get started, okay? Oh, let's light the candle first. Here we go. If you don't have a candle, that's okay. I just like to set the stage by lighting a candle because I feel like, it just kind of sets the stage, as I said. Hold on, I'm going to open up the chat just so I can see if anybody says hi. I want to be able to say hello back. So if you're here, if you're watching from anywhere, let me know. I'd love to say hello to you. All right, here we go. Taking 3 deep breaths. You're going to take a deep breath in, and I really want you to just pull in all of the life force that the universe has to offer you and pull in as much as you can, increasing your capacity to breathe. And then we're going to hold for 5 seconds, and then we're going to release. And I want you to exhale slowly, allowing all of that stuck, stagnant energy to move out of your body and also allowing you to connect with your inner self and with your body, grounding yourself into a place of peace and connection. Okay? So we're going to do that 3 times together. Ready? Deep breath in. And hold. And release. And really get out all of that air. Let's go again. Deep breath in. And hold. And release. And one last time, let's make it count. We want to take that deep, deep breath in, bring in all of the goodness that the universe has to offer you today and always. I want you to hold it in, allowing all of that energy to fill your body. And then as you release, imagine all of that negativity, that stuck, that stagnant energy releasing and leaving your body and allowing Mother Nature to take care of it. Okay, here we go. Last one. And hold. And release. Okay, and as we're releasing, we're going to just do a little stretching. Oh, hi, Meredith. Yay. Okay, let's do just a little stretching. And you can breathe as you're stretching to sort of just pinpoint the areas that you might be feeling pain or tension, and then intentionally release it from your body as you exhale. So you can do this in breaths as well. Okay, we're just going to do a quick little stretch together. You can do a much more thorough stretch if you're on your own, or if you want to do yoga, that's okay. But in the meantime, a little bit is better than nothing. Okay, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And there we go. Okay, we did that. Now I'm going to call in my spiritual support team, and you are welcome to call in your spiritual support team however you feel connected to doing that. But I will say a little prayer and you're welcome to join me. All right, here we go. Divine Mother, Infinite Father, Creator, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Spirit Guides, and all beings of 100% pure white light, allow me to be a clear and open channel of your light and love without hesitation or ego. May the highest vibration of love and light connect with my highest self and release any and all things that no longer serve me. I ask that Saint Germain in his infinitely powerful vital flame burn away the things that no longer serve myself or humanity and hold us back from our divine existence. Thank you, thank you, thank you for helping me to set an intention that is in alignment with my highest good for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you for showing us all the signs and synchronicities and messages in nature, music, movies, and through the cards that we pull today, and through the words of others today and always. I appreciate you, I serve you, and I am grateful for any wisdom you may have for me or for the collective today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is. All right, now don't forget to take a little moment to set your own personal intention for the day. Just think about what you would like to accomplish or how you would like to feel. And we're definitely going to talk about how you want to feel a lot more next week as I, share more of the Me First method more specifically. Next week, we're going to have literal lessons every day. But today is Fun Friday. So we are just going to go ahead and start with the fun. But before we do that, don't forget to subscribe now to my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and put @MeFirstTV and you'll find it. The description is also, the information is also in the description. You are welcome to download the free Me First Guide to Transformation. You go right ahead to bit.ly. Again, in the description, you'll find all that information, and connect with me on social media. And if you have any questions, as always, you can please reach out, send me a DM, or if you want to book a session with me, then you can go to my Calendly and book a session. We can do card pulls or we can do coaching. Whatever it is that you need, I am happy to support you. Hi, Danielle. Nice to see you. Okay, so we are going to bring on my bestie. I'm very, very excited about this. Okay, let's see if we can do this without too much of an interruption. Let's see.
Yay!
Yay!
Hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, perfect.
This is great. Wow, that went so smoothly. It must be meant to be, Linda.
It's always meant to be with us, Trish. You're my meant to be.
You're my meant to be. Yay! Okay, I know.
What's going on? I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for this.
Oh my God, are you kidding? I'm so excited. So I have to tell you guys what the story is why Linda's here. Linda's always Linda's always around in one way or another, as you guys know. But specifically, right? Because we've been working together on our respective things, and we're going to share with you what Linda's been working on too. But I have been working on Me First mornings, and yesterday was the first day that I was coming back in a long time. Like, you guys maybe haven't seen me doing a regular show in quite a while, but I've been working behind the scenes with the help of my bestie, and we've been kind of like getting ourselves ready and prepared to do the things we need to do in our career and really building up that energetic calibration, that confidence and that clarity. Those things take practice. Like, I talk about it here on the show, but like, trust me, I practice every day. And so yesterday it was my day to come on, and it had been a while, and I was like, I had woke up with a headache, as you guys know if you watch the show, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I went, I wish there could be like a take your bestie to work day. And then I went, wait, I can make a take your bestie to work day. It's my show. So I decided that yesterday I was just going to do it because that was the way I had planned it, and that for Fun Friday today, and maybe for other Fun Fridays, wouldn't it be fun to bring my bestie specifically today, Linda, and other friends in future episodes, and just chat with them. And you guys can meet them and meet how awesome they are and talk about what they're doing, and also how Me First has helped them, because, maybe that'll be fun for other people to know.
Abso-freaking-lutely. And I think it's such a genius idea to have, like, bring your friend to work day. I love it so much. I wish I had it my whole life.
I read it once in one of those like memes that you find, that it's like every adult should have a take your friend to work day, so that your friends can see the players and all the stories you tell them about your work people. And I was like, that's brilliant. I totally agree. There
But
should
the
be.
thing is, every day is take your friend to work day because I start all my days with you. So
Well, for us, yes.
so for me, it's like I get to always have my best friend at work every day, all the time.
Correct.
I think it's probably the little thing I like most about working for myself is like Trish and I get to like, and it's crazy because we didn't plan it this way, but we are launching both on Monday. And I swear it was not like we didn't
No.
calculate it. It's just that we're so in sync and we plan so well together.
Well, I had been away. We hadn't talked for the whole time when I decided to come on and you decided to come on. So we weren't, because I was in Paris while these decisions were made.
Cup, please.
Oh, my cup. Would everybody like to see my new Paris cup? I haven't shared the pics on social media.
Paper cup.
I will share my pictures of Paris because it was oh yeah, Meredith is here.
Hi, Linda, pop up.
Yep. And so I have to say, yes, so that's another conversation for another day. That maybe will be on another Fun Friday. I'll talk about what brought me to Paris and how we, and that's also part of the process of the Me First method. It was part of what helped me get to that place where I was able to, that and a little help from my friends, where I was able to like get what I wanted out of that. So we need to go back to that. But first, because we're together, let's talk about what you're doing.
Yeah. Let's talk about what I'm doing. And I want to connect it because it's really, really important for me, for why I really felt so like Trish asked me to be here. And then we talked on the phone earlier and I'm like, I need people to know what Me First has done for me. And not because you're my best friend, but because there are so many of us out there struggling. If you're neurodivergent, if you're going through perimenopause, if you're a projector, if you're a human woman, the real raw truth is that support looks different for everybody, but we all need it. The real raw truth is that when you find something that works for you, you hold on to it because it's so hard to find. So it's like, the needle in the haystack. That is a saying, right? Because I always mess this up. Okay. When you find resonance, it's like, okay, this is, Trish uses the word calibration all the time. And I love it because that is what Me First has really done for me. And it's something that this morning practice that what she does at the beginning of the show. In fact, yesterday or the day before, I don't know when we were.
Was 2 days ago, I think.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
We got on a Zoom call to work and to plan together. And I was like, wait, I'm not calibrated. Hold on. And I made her go through with me. We did the routine. We did the breathing. We did the stretching. I lit my incense. She said the prayer. And I'm telling you, especially if you're a channel, if like me and like Trish, I have found, I used to think like, why can I only channel with Trish? What's happening? And I realized that so much of it was because she was helping me to regulate my nervous system. She was helping me to calibrate. She was teaching me the practice of what that looks like. And I always thought it had to be like super complicated. I thought you had to have like certifications and degrees. And she was like, no, you breathe, you stretch, you have a ritual of grounding. Like you say a prayer, you connect, you set an intention, you go. And it's life-changing because it allows me when I have trouble with decision making and choices, Trish. And call each other for support on that. Some decisions are scary to make, and the answers we all have. So it's not so much about coming to her for the answers as much as it is coming to her for helping me to calibrate my energy so that I can hear the answer that already exists.
Mm.
That's really important.
I love that you put it that way because it is very much like that, is that I do it for myself, I do it for you and everybody that kind of comes in contact with me, which is like, you know, and here's the thing. I come from the same place in that, really long routines have been hard for me to establish. And I know that there's people who, everybody has their own way to connect and everybody has their own process. And I believe that the more you connect or meditate, the more you sit in that energy, the deeper the connection, the better it is. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that are way more connected, in that sense than I am. But I also believe, and what I teach everyone is that we all are connected. Like that's who we are. We're connected, and so even in the smallest way, setting the intention and opening up the door to receive that connection or to be open to that connection, that small step is enough for us to start because it's like so natural, right? It's like so natural. It's like babies walking, right? They look, they watch, they look, and then they start doing a little rock and then they start trying to like climb up a little bit, but it's a natural thing for the majority of babies, 98%, and don't quote me, but as as a scientist, I'm not, but most kids, they just need the confidence, because it's a natural thing. Their legs, get that, you build the muscle to be able to stand up, right? And you don't say to the kid, no, you better walk all the way or you're not really walking. When they take that first step and that first shaky little step and then the second shaky little step, it's very exciting because you see that it's coming, it's evolving. And so that's us, right? We're taking our little steps with a quick little routine. It's like what I always say, it's not perfect, but it's something, right? It's not perfect, but it's something. And I want us to start practicing because I find I'm like this and Linda, is like this. And that's how we, get along so well, is because we understand each other. Like we come from an all or nothing kind of place, right? I'm either perfect or I suck. It's like there's been no in between. I'm either like a yoga guru or, I'm a piece of crap, who doesn't know how to breathe. And so then it makes it hard to want to practice because every time you're doing something that you feel that you're not very good at doing, it's like a consistent reminder. Yep, you don't got it yet. Yep, you're terrible. Yep. Like, why would God talk to you? You don't even know how to stay quiet, right? And so instead of allowing those negative, that negative self-talk and those beliefs take over, what I encourage everyone and what I want to do with me first is slowly just remind you, one step is better than no steps. One breath is better than no breaths. Like 2 minute of, intention setting is better than no intention setting at all. Even if you can't write, a 12-page novel on what you want to do for the next 5 years. Like,
Yeah. And it's a reverse engineering process with why this works so well is because like so often we're reverting to the evidence and proof from an outside circumstance like, oh my gosh, this was amazing, this was great, and you get that glimpse of like everything's okay, I'm divinely guided and protected, the universe is like on my side. And then as soon as we face struggle, we're like, we have to wait for that next hit from an outside experience when really this practice, what it allows us to do is say it's an inside out job, right? So actually, I am the proof always. And I center, I reconnect, I breathe, I stretch, I set a prayer, I set an intention, and I see the results of that. So it's not like waiting for the results to prove that things are
magically.
gonna be okay, but to tell myself things are gonna be okay, and then to see that evidence appear. And we've just so been, we've been taught intentionally
Conditioned.
to give our power away. It was calculated, it was intentional. And if that sounds cynical, well then, oh well, but I believe it. And I think that's why I'm so passionate about my work in the world and my mission, is because I think that once we reprogram, it's like, you remember the story Trish used to tell about the magnets on the airplane?
But my first,
That
yes,
it's like that. It's like, wait a
you
minute, my
switch the magnets.
yes. And then you attract all the goodness, because it's like you're attracting it to you. And it's attracted to the light that already exists. You're not having to create it, you're not trying to make anything, you're not trying to turn into anything. It's a more of a remembrance than a becoming.
It's more of a remembrance, yes. And I think, hold on, what's happening? My speakers went boom. Can you still hear me? Yes. Okay.
You froze for a second. I can see you and hear you now.
Yeah, like my sound was okay. I think it is a matter of, we just need to get into that routine of practice and showing up for ourselves every day, and without trying to achieve anything specific other than like, this is my plan, this is my practice, this is how we're showing up. And it's easy for us to see it in like sports analogies, right? You want to become a professional whatever player, you gotta go and shoot the baskets as many times as you can. Like, you gotta, like, you can try out, you can have the opportunity, but if you're not ready, if you haven't practiced, if you haven't put the time in, then you may not be ready at that
It's
time.
ready to be ready.
Exactly, which is one of the things that Abraham Hicks always talks about. It's one of her speeches. It's like, get ready to be ready. And I've talked about it here too, because it is. It's like, you may not have the opportunity in front of you right now, but if it was to come to you, how can you be ready for that opportunity? How can you, because we talk about it like being tuned into a radio, right? And being able to like kind of be available for the opportunities that come. But part of it is us broadcasting what we're waiting for, right? Like, if I'm on a street and I'm playing music and I'm playing my favorite song, then I'm sending a message to everyone around me that I love this singer. I love this song. Like, this speaks to me, and nobody's going to come up to me unless they too love that song. And I'm like, oh my God, he's my favorite. I love that guy. And then you start a conversation, and, and that's how it works, right? It's like, you just have to show people, and it doesn't have to be you're blaring your channel out for everyone.
But it could be.
But it could be. And it's about you showing up authentically as yourself, so that people who are like, I just want to say, like, there's something about you. Or like the other day I had someone approach me about the ring I had on, and I had on one of my usual like crystals, because I'm always wearing them. This one, for example, is my moonstone. And I had a carnelian. And someone comes up to me and is like, oh, is that amber? And I was like, no, it's carnelian. And we have this whole conversation. And it was because I was showing up as my authentic self, wearing the crystals that I like to wear. And it's kind of like, a little signaling, I guess, a little like, this is who I am, like a little, and people who get it will get it. Everyone else will be like, oh, that's a very nice necklace, or that's a very nice ring. But someone who knows will be like, I know what that is. What kind of energy does it give you? How many more crystals do you have? And you suddenly find yourself, building community with people who get you or understand you, or, then you can expand your community, because it's like, oh, that links you, but then they have experience with something totally different that you've never heard of. And now you're like, oh, teach me about that. That sounds really cool. And you grow.
But the thing that there's two pieces to that. It's like, number one, you have to know, like, this is me and my light, and this is, I'm not gonna try to make my light look like yours or yours or yours or yours. I'm gonna sit here and broadcast in my voice, with my frequency, with my message, and being taught that, like, there are people who you are not for, and that is okay. Like, when the heck did I must have been absent that day, because for many, many years of my life, I didn't get that memo. And it was like this chameleon of trying to like understand why someone wasn't resonating, or did it mean something, and I made it mean something. I made it mean they didn't love me or like me, or that I was wrong in if they don't agree, then I must be the one who's wrong. And what if there's no right or wrong? What if there's me and you, and my message and your message and my light and your light, and you are called to, you know, what resonates, what's your frequency and vibration.
Yes.
And that would just release us to be open vessels. And like, you know, up until recently, I only channeled with you. I only tried it with you. I only felt safe with you and only you. And it only served you, you know?
And it served me well.
Um, but recently I've explored that and I'm serving other people now. And it's like, wait, this isn't for everyone, but shit, for the people it's for, it's freaking powerful.
Yes.
I'm, you know, they're so grateful I showed up and I'm so grateful I showed up. And I think that's what Me First Mornings, that's the well, at least for me, the purpose, one of the purposes it has served in my life is like, I can feel it when I wake up. My nervous system is unregulated. I have gotten into the habit of listening to fear first, although that is a habit I'm very assuredly breaking. The you know, intrusive thoughts, and then
It's a great description.
I come back to Trish, whether it's, you know, when she's live on her show or not. I get the benefit of having her even when she's not.
On
But
speed dial.
but all of a sudden it's like, hold on, Linda, like let's like, okay, hold on, slow your breath. Okay, hold on, stretch. Okay, hold on, go smell an essential oil or light an incense. Like you can just hear my tone change even just now in describing it, because it regulates me. And because I'm neurodivergent, she goes through steps. I don't have to, like, there's a reason she repeats it every day, right? Because like I would forget, or I would be like,
Me
what am
too.
I supposed to do? And there's such safety in her, like, don't worry, every day I'm here and every day I'm going to go through it with you. And every day we're going to do it together, which I love because I prefer that. And then she gives me her lesson. She fills my cup, and then I can go do my job, shine my light. You know, this is all like one lighting the other candles so that the room is lit.
Yes.
Like me, and because of that, I'm able to light others. Like we're grateful for that. And that's what coming to this space every morning does for me. And I think it does it for everybody. That's what I think.
Oh, I love you. Thank you. Just a couple messages. Danielle said our conscious attitude can invoke mystical power. Huh? You can't see the chat.
Can't see the chat.
Oh, it's probably I can see the chat because I control the power.
Okay.
Okay. But yes, we must learn who our true selves are, and our conscious attitude can invoke mystical power. Absolutely. I think that if we tap in and tune in, we have access to that part of ourselves that has the connection. Like we have the connection, it's there. You can't like cut it off. If you cut it off and you die, and then you just cut it off from the physical part and the rest of you goes to where it belongs, right? But that part is a continuous thread. We siphon off the energy. We block it. We like be like, nope, I don't see it. But it's like the clouds of our minds, the clouds of our emotions. You know, we're the ones.
The invisible.
The invisible, exactly. So tell us, Linda, about the School of the Invisible Arts, and then we'll pull some cards. And maybe we'll pull some cards about the School of Mystical Arts, as you tell us.
Yeah. So long time ago, in fact, like what did we looked back, I think it was 2021, Trish. I think we did.
Yeah.
But 2021, I started Zenith Academy, and then I did what I just said not to do, which I doubted, feared, questioned, you know, all the things. And I kind of thought, well, who really wants this? And I went and did other things, which still served me. You know, I'm an educator, I'm a mentor, I'm a muse, but it kept coming back and it kept coming back and it kept getting louder, and it was like, this is for you. So I finally decided to really acknowledge that this is my calling, that this is my purpose. And so June 1st, I am going to open the doors, but enrollment is open now for Zenith Academy School of the Invisible Arts. And we about all the beautiful things in this world because all of them are invisible. And they're felt, not seen, and they're felt before they're seen. And it's talking about faith and trust and mysticism and ritual and sacred spaces and a knowing and a remembering and who we are deep down in our soul and what we came here to do, and igniting everything that we can't see to call it into our field so that the invisible becomes inevitable. We dream it first, we think it first, it's out here first. And how do we bring that down? And it's by activating all of the things that we have forgotten are true about ourselves. And this is a call to remember. This is activations. This is, oh, now I see it. Thank you, Danielle. I see it now.
Yeah, I posted it because I just realized I can post it for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So in the month of May, I'm doing a whole series, mastermind series that's free of charge, but it's in a private Facebook group. It's called the Zenith Portal. And I'm going to go live and do a master series for the entire month of May. And then June, I launch the summer session for Zenith Academy. And I'm going to take 10 people for the summer session so that I could really, really like juice it up.
Yeah.
Give them all the magic that they deserve. Yeah, so that's it. Just Trish and I making the world a better place. One
step at a time. One practice at a time, right?
Yes.
One practice at a time. So I pulled some cards just while you were talking, and we'll pull some more specifically, but just to get I was like, let's just see what cards we get.
Let's see. Tell me. Nobody pulls cards better than this woman. If you want a private reading, I highly freaking recommend you book with her because she's no one does it better than her. I'll just say that.
I love you. Thank you. Okay. So you got the Justice card. Okay. And the interesting thing is about Justice is it is Libra. It represents Libra. Do you know who is Libra?
Scott Wolfson was a Libra.
Correct.
I know.
And so I believe that this is evidence that he is with you on this new adventure. And the other thing about the Justice card, because it definitely represents him, but the Justice card is it's about freaking time. It's about time. Danielle, you're a Libra too? This is for you. Okay, it's about time. Justice is about getting your due. Okay? Sometimes we get scared, we see justice and we think, I'm being, I'm going to have to pay for my mistakes. I cannot tell you how many times this card comes up and the first thing is I'm going to get in trouble. Isn't
that weird to equate justice with trouble? That's what it is. Exactly.
That's what it is. That's how we have felt and how many, many people have felt. But really, justice is about getting your due. It's about the work you put in is equal to the work that comes out, right? The results are equal. They're balanced. Justice is about balance. And when you're putting the time and the work and the focus into something,
it's like God meets you halfway.
Yeah, that's it. God meets you halfway. It's you take care of your responsibilities, and that's where then you step into trust and trust the justice of the universe and know that if you're doing good things, you're taking action that is aligned and connected to who you are, then no matter what happens, what is unfolding is what's in your highest and greatest good. And look what card came next just to prove what I said.
I can't see it. It's in the light. It's in the light.
It's in the light. It's you're blinded by the light.
Wait, what is it? 10 of what? Discs?
Discs. So This deck calls Pentacles discs. So if you guys know tarot, Pentacles are the earthly things, the material things. It's the manifested goods. Okay. And the 10 of discs is basically all the manifested goods. You don't have 11 discs, you have 10, and 10 is the complete cycle. And I believe that this is a part of you connecting with that cycle of manifesting, where knowing that what you put out there then manifests into what you want, and it is in your hands. There will be justice because you are imagining, you are creating, you are building, and guess what? The things that you imagine and you create and you build come to fruition. this damn light kills me. But it's the 10 of discs. There you go. It's like it comes into fruition. It has no choice because that's the natural order of things. You plant seeds, you water them, you put them around some sun, and guess what? They're gonna grow.
Ah, you know
Oh,
what's funny? You know what's coming up for me as you're saying this?
tell
It's
me.
like, it's incredible. This is what I mean by Trish is an activating person. Shit, if you're on here, book a reading, go to her calendar like stat. It happens every time. But she activates me. She does activate me. And what came through for me in that card is that I always felt like I was running out of time. Like, shit, I hadn't done it already. I haven't done it already. I'm 50 years old and I'm just now starting this big dream. And there's like this, But the truth is that I spent the first half of my life in a wild state, especially my 20s. Like, I had some things I needed to do. And
I
now
know nothing about that.
I won't get into it, but like, that Linda had that wild needed to be channeled into something meaningful. Like, I was so wild and there was such an energy about me, but it didn't have like, it wasn't focused wild. It was just wild. And now it's like I've taken all that and I've siphoned it into purpose and passion for something I'm meant to do. And it's like, of course I'm going to build my empire in the second half of life. Like, duh, what was I thinking? So like it's like so, it's that those two cards are so much evidence.
100%. 100%. And just so we don't think it's all fancy and fun, okay? Because life is life. So the next card that came up, of course, is the Nine of Wands, okay? Now, the interesting thing about the Nine of Wands, and Wands is like your passions, it's your creativity, right? And it's like Linda and her 3 million ideas right here in this card, okay? Okay. But you see how in this card, he's holding on to one, right? And there is sometimes trepidation of like letting go of the rest and just focusing on the one passion, right? And I know you like look at each of the, it's like documentary filmmaking is one, like
100%.
TV hosting a show in Bali. There's like all the you and I have at least 5 of these that are the same, of the things that we want together. But the truth is that in order to manifest, you have to do it one step at a time. It's one action at a time. And you don't have to do just one thing at a time, but it's like, just like you don't have to just have one child at a time, but you can only, answer and listen to one child at a time, right? Like if all your children are talking to you at the same time, believe me, it's happened. Eventually you're going to fight because you're like, I can't hear anything. It's too much noise. You're overwhelmed, right? And that's like our ideas, our dreams talking to us constantly. And it's like, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do this. And it's so overwhelming that at the end we're like, well, I can't do any of it because I can't quiet my mind long enough to focus on one of the things. And as neurodivergence, I think that, it's for everybody has a hard time making a decision, but I believe that also for neurodivergence, it's hard because of your own things, because your brain is catching all of the sensory information, all the possibilities of all the things that could go wrong or could go right or everything. So you're always in this state of overwhelm because you have so much information, so much access, even your feelings and your intuition. It gets overwhelming to know like, what are the fears that come from experiences and filters and society? And what is the whispers of intuition that you have to kind of sort through all that noise to get to that little place? And
Yes.
I really believe that the way we do that, and I'm learning in my own process as I've been teaching this for so long, but as Linda's been witness to, like each day I've learned more and more how to refine this practice. And it is a practice. It is one step at a time. You grab one wand, you grab one dream, you grab one action, and you step into that and trust the others are there. They're not going anywhere. And in fact, when you can see and when you see the vision, follow through with the actions and see it come to fruition like one flower at a time, as you see the garden grow, you'll see, oh, I can replicate this. I can do this again. And you slowly build your confidence and you slowly build your clarity and your vision. Because, like, this one plant that you did, it's like, oh, that didn't turn out as well as I thought it was going to. I don't want to plant that perennial again. But it's not an accident. It's not a mistake. It's just, well, that didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is our practice. Danielle says, you are never alone when you act. Yes, exactly. You are never alone when you act.
So true. And I think that's, I've learned these last 2 years that action is the heart of everything you possibly want.
It's the heart of everything. It's like
Heart
the only way. And we're such thinkers. Like, we will think ourselves and talk ourselves. Like, we'll talk for 24 hours.
I know.
Great. About, like, trying to, like, and this solution. And what if we do this way? And then, oh, we could do this way. And then, oh, and then there's this. And we have a bajillion ideas and solutions. And we've solved the world's problems 75 times over. But without action, it's empty. Without action, it's a book. If it's a book, it's not a movie. Like, you want to see it come to life. I mean, books are awesome and I love to read them, but you have to
write them, because if nobody knows yet, that's coming next.
It's coming. I know it's coming. It's coming. It is coming. The book is coming.
Let's get people excited.
I love it. Yes. Action is faith in ourselves. Absolutely, Danielle. Action is faith in ourselves and the universe, right? Because we're going to be like, here's what I can do. You're up, buddy. It's like, now you're up. For me, I talk to Scott. Like, I'm just like, and if you guys have loved ones on the other side, maybe that's easier than talking to that feels kind of.
Scott is like the guy with all the kids talking to him, because you're talking to him, and then I'm like, Scott.
Exactly.
My wife is trying to talk to me right now.
100%. He's there going, okay, babe, but you got to do something. Okay, I'm doing something. So I'm doing something. Okay, the next card that came out after the Nine of Wands, and look at this. This is perfect. I can see if you can see it.
Okay, it says the High Priestess. Oh, that's a beautiful card.
Yes, and you know what the High Priestess is all about?
Tell me.
It's you. It's about tuning into your intuition. Well, it's you because you are the High Priestess.
Yes.
Right? And in this case, when the High Priestess card comes up, it's about connecting to your intuition. It's really about, like, you know what to do. You're just scared.
Amen.
And the last card that came for this is the duality card. Now, duality is unique to this deck, so I'll show it to you. I mean, like, let's talk about this card right here. And if this isn't so true and so resonant for you and I, because duality in this case, and I'll read what it says specifically from the deck, but it's like, we've got the High Priestess, we've got the Nine of Wands, we've got the Ten of Discs. It's like, the duality is like being able to have that vision, in the ethereal, in the spiritual, energetic realm, and then trusting and bringing it into the present. So it's like you have to have one foot in the spiritual and one foot in the planet, in your present human space, because this is what creates the magic, right? The magic exists, right? But we have to pull it down, like the Magician card in tarot, right? It's like he holds the wand to the sky and then brings it down into the earth. And duality, and that's what we're always doing. And look, duality and justice, I find, is so close, right? Because it's about the balance. Justice is about balance, and duality is about understanding sort of the unique balance of the world that we live in. Because being on earth, duality is the sort of the way it is here. There's light and there's dark. There's positive and negative. There's, sky and earth. All of those things, is we have to become masters of that duality in order to really see that our power lies in both places. That we are part, one of my favorite things, and I haven't talked about it in a long time, was the show Lucifer, right? And I love that Lucifer was like, really showed how he was part angel and part, devil, right? And I believe that it was an allegory for humans. I believe the devil is an allegory for humans, where it's like, if you go too far in one section, you can get lost in the things that are materialistic and very human and carnal, right? And you don't want to necessarily go that full direction, right? But you don't want to get lost in the ethereal either, because we're not spirits, we're humans. And it's important to stay grounded in who you are as a human and understand that you are both and you hold both. Let's see. We each are unique and have our own special purpose. If this wasn't true, we wouldn't exist. Yeah, Daniel. Oh, it's the God mind we each possess within. Absolutely. Okay, let's see what this duality says so I can read it to you. Because my computer, I didn't bring the charger and it's going to die soon. So, and we've been on for a while. Okay, listen to this.
No, this is 22.
No, it's 23. Okay. But wait till I read you the quote.
Okay.
Did you say what the academy is called yet? Did you say what it was?
Zenith Academy.
The Zenith Academy. Okay, listen to this. The wind settles the seed of opposition at the zenith of self-assurance.
If that didn't just broadcast to every single person on the replay or on the live that you need to book a reading with Patricia Rivera Wolfson, and you don't book it, then you live life at your own risk. Because if you want some clarity, I'm literally like pointing.
Oh my God, I can't even believe that came up.
Holy shit.
I had no idea. Literally, like the zenith of self-assurance.
Who says that?
I'm telling you, it's like, here's your little message from the Luna Soul Tarot. Did I introduce these Luna Soul Tarot cards? They're amazing. I love them so much.
After this, I want you to screenshot it and send it to me. Like,
I haven't even finished reading it yet, but just that was
like, I'm out. I'm done. Okay. I got what I came here for.
The wind settles the seed of opposition at the zenith of self-assurance, and we turn and we go. Okay? Where lies absolute reality when one thing depends upon another? The great without the small, the beautiful without the homely, active without the passive. For each they are merely two sides of the same mountain, one bathed in light and the other cooled in shade, both of equal value. How do we judge by our own absolute standard when a truth for one may not be so for another? Our inner worlds, perceptions, experiences, each as unique as our fate. What is fair to one may be an injustice to others. An intransient binary rarely crossed. Observe the duality and know the interrelation. Perspective defines all. That's what I gotta say about that. And scene.
And it's the only one you read from the book.
Yeah, because it's unique to this deck. Like, that duality is not in tarot. It's just unique to this deck. I mean,
like, okay, we've made our point. Thank you.
There you go. So for those of you who have not signed up for Linda's Zenith Academy, she will be starting next week. She does have a Facebook group called the Venus Academy.
It's called the Venus Portal. The
Zenith, not Venus.
It's called the Zenith Portal. It's a private community where the Mastermind month of May is going to be held. And then if you go to Linda Krauss Barnett, I have the links for enrolling into Zenith Academy. And it is like an interview process because I want 10 souls aligned to my frequency so that I can serve in the greatest and highest way. But we can have the conversation, and I'd be really honored to have you.
I'm so excited because I think that this has been something that I've heard you talk about for a long time, and you've been evolving it and building it and creating it slowly and beating yourself up because it's been slow in your human opinion. Yeah. But, everything in divine timing, I truly believe that. And this, like, just mentioning Zenith, it just tells me, like, I don't even know how that happened, but all of this kind of resonated with your process. And I mean, Linda's right. If anybody wants a reading, please, call me. I find them super fun. I'm going to continue doing these readings with friends on Fridays because That's what's fun for me. Like, what do I do for fun? Pull cards with friends.
And they're also really in tune and really connected. And jokes aside, like she is a channel. She does connect with a higher intelligence. And this tarot is extremely channeled. Sometimes she doesn't remember all the things. So she like you just saw, like the things that come out, just you can't make this shit up. It's pure, pure, pure.
I find that it's just, the message comes through. I love using the cards because it's a way for me to activate my own information is through the cards, and it always comes through. And it is how I talk to Scott very often when I find that I'm not hearing him or feeling him, because I'm learning how to communicate with him in this new way. Because I can't just, I do just talk to him, but I have to work a little harder to listen. And I think that that's been a contributing factor to me becoming more connected, and for me using the cards more because I have incentive. And I just am so grateful. I'm so grateful to be able to do this. I'm so grateful to have you and to help you get your stuff going, because I think it's so important. And if you are watching me right now out there and you have your own way that you want to shine your light in the world, and maybe you're lost and maybe you're confused and maybe you're stuck and maybe it's not a career path, but you in your own personal life are at a crossroads and at a transitional period. And, maybe you're like, I should know how to do this. I should figure this out by myself. And yes, you can. But if you need a little support, I promise you, I I'm here for you, and Linda's here for you. If any of it sounds interesting, and we have friends that if you don't want us, we have people we can send you to that you may resonate more with. But do not sit thinking that you are broken and thinking that you can't get it together, because I promise you, with a little love and compassion and practice, you can get what you need from this world, and you can experience joy and fulfillment even through hardship or after loss. And I want to be one of those people that can show up here and tell you that that's true, because I work for it every day. And I want to bring people on here that's going to show you the same thing, because they work for it every day. It looks like on social media that everybody has their crap figured out. They don't. I promise you. They each have their own strategies and their own methods and their own tools and their own support system. And I'm going to be here to encourage you to get your own, or to join our community and get support through the things that we offer.
100%. And every morning I encourage you to stop by on the Me First show and center and calibrate. I literally encourage you to do that, because it will set you up for success.
Thank you. All right, so that's our show for today. Thank you for coming, Linda. I love you.
Thank you for inviting me. I love you more than you love me.
And I love you who are watching. And don't forget, your only job is to shine your light as bright as you can. You go ahead and do that. I love you all. And see you later. Where? Hold on, I'm like, see you later, but I can't see how to end the show.
Okay, so part 2.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm ready. All right, bye.